I'll begin today just by taking a moment to introduce myself. I'm Mrs. Czyz. That's okay. If you don't have a yoga strap, just find a towel or an old t-shirt. But I am Mrs. Czyz. I am the yoga teacher on campus. I also teach in the kinesiology department and teach sports medicine as well as soft wellness. And I coach on campus as well. I just wanted to thank you guys for joining me today. We're going to move slowly, open up our hips a little bit, open up the hamstrings, and yeah, hopefully start our day refreshed and feeling good. So I'd like to invite you guys, again, if you're just joining us, to have a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, please grab a towel or a t-shirt, an old t-shirt, because we will actually use it to wrap around our foot like this and help our yoga practice. If you have your prop, your strap, your towel, etc., just place it right next to your yoga mat so it's easily accessible throughout our practice today. And then go ahead and join me on your back. Just get your body aligned and set up. Maybe you move your hips around, realign the spine. Once you're in a comfortable position, you can extend your legs out. And your hands can come palms facing up next to your side. And take a nice deep breath here. Fully releasing the lungs. Feeling the weight of your body sink into the floor. Again, inhale and release. Intentionally scan through your body. Notice any tension that's built up. Specifically the space between the eyebrows, your jaw, your shoulders. Pull them down and away from your ears. Allow gravity to pull them towards the floor. Notice the tension within your hips. Allow your body to release as your toes fall out to the side. Relax. Your breath returns back to its normal state. We're not doing anything to change it. We're just noticing it. Draw your attention to your right hand. Notice the fingers. Bring your pinky finger to your thumb, making contact with one another. We release, bringing the ring finger to our thumb. And our middle finger to the thumb. Our index finger. Make our way back by bringing the thumb and middle finger back together. our thumb and ring finger, and our thumb and our pinky. And we relax our fingers, and we relax the whole hand. And our attention draws to our left hand. Notice the fingers. We bring our pinky and thumb to touch. Our pinky and index finger. Our middle and thumb. Our thumb and index finger. Thumb and middle finger. Our thumb and ring finger. And our thumb and our pinky. We relax the fingers. We relax the hand. Take one final deep breath here, filling up our lungs, fully releasing. Allow the breath to return back to its natural state. On your next inhale, you'll gently open your eyes. If you've just began and joined us, today you're going to need a prop, either a yoga strap, a towel, or a t-shirt. If you already have that with you, go ahead and join me. We're going to take the prop and wrap it around our foot. Either leg, right or left, we'll make sure we do both sides. We'll extend the leg up towards the ceiling, stretching the back side of our thighs. If you're comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes throughout this practice and just follow my voice and the cues that I give. Allow yourself to relax. Challenge yourself enough to where you get a good stretch. Keeping our hips and our shoulders on the floor. I'll hold the strap or the towel in one hand, and I'll gently pull the leg across my body, feeling a stretch on the outside of my thigh. My hips remain planted on the floor. My hip will lift, allowing the foot to come to the floor across my body. My shoulder blades remain planted. My gaze will fall to my opposite fingertips as I twist at the spine. I'll rise my leg back up to the ceiling, coming into that hamstring stretch here. I'll switch the strap or the towel into the opposite hand, and I'll open up my hip, allowing the leg to drop towards the same side of my body, stretching the inside of my thighs. The leg rises back up to center. We'll place the strap in both hands. Bend the knee, keeping the strap around our foot. We're actually going to roll over onto our stomach at this point. We'll bring the heel of our foot towards our glutes and utilizing the strap or the towel, pull that leg into a hamstring stretch. A quad stretch. If you would like and you don't want to use the strap, you can interlock your hand on the back side of the foot, pulling the heel towards the glutes. Release the foot, rolling back onto our back. We'll remove the strap. We'll bend the leg of the opposite side, bringing the sole of the foot to the floor. We'll cross our ankle, placing the outside of the ankle on top of our opposite knee. We draw the knee away from the face, opening up that hip. This is called the figure 4 stretch. If this is a good enough stretch for you, you can stay here. Or if you're looking for a little bit more of an enhanced stretch, you can draw your hand through your thighs, taking the opposite hand and allowing them to meet behind your leg. You'll pull your knees into your chest, making sure you keep this hip open by drawing the knee away from your face. And with each breath, you allow the muscle to release. You come slightly deeper into the pose. You release the thigh, bringing the sole of the foot, that leg, down to the floor. And we'll walk that foot, keeping our legs set up just like this in our figure 4. We'll walk the foot out to the left side of our body, or to the same side of our body as the foot that's on the floor. From here, I'll allow both knees to drop the opposite direction. As they point the same direction, and our feet fall to the same side. We'll lift the knees back to center. We'll walk the sole of that foot back towards the center as well. We'll remove the leg, placing both feet on the floor. Then we'll grab our strap and we're going to set up on the opposite side. Wrapping it around the sole of our foot, we extend the leg up towards the ceiling. The opposite leg extends across the floor. With each breath, we pull our leg deeper into the stretch, allowing that muscle to release. Keeping our hips and shoulders on the floor, I'll transfer the strap into the opposite hand of the leg that's extended to the sky. And I'll cross that leg over my body, feeling a stretch on the outside of my thigh. My hips remain on the floor. My shoulders remain on the floor. I allow that hip to lift as the foot falls to the floor, allowing my spine to twist. My gaze comes to the opposite fingertips. My shoulder blades stay on the floor. We rise back up to center, switching the strap to our opposite hand. The foot will fall out to the side as we stretch the inside of our thigh. We rise to center, bringing the knee into our chest. At this point, you're welcome to remove the strap, or you can keep it for our next pose as we roll onto our stomach, pull our heel into our glute, and stretch our quad. We'll release the foot, rolling back. We pull that same knee into our chest. The opposite foot comes to the floor. The outside of our ankle, the knee we're holding, will come to the top of our leg. We draw that knee, our opposite leg, out and away from the chest. And if this is a good enough stretch, you can stay here. Or you can string that hand through the thighs, interlocking behind your leg, pulling the knee into the chest. We'll release our hands, bringing the sole of the foot to the floor. We'll walk that foot out to the side, going just beyond the hip. We'll drop our knees to the same side, the opposite side of that foot. Our knees rise back to center. The sole of our foot will come back to center as well. We'll extend the legs so they both come to the floor. And our final pose of the day is going to help us open up our chest. So we'll lift our chest up towards the ceiling. When we do this, the top of our head will come to the mat. We're almost arching our spine here. You can see pulling the chest up towards the sky. My hands will come palms facing up next to my body. My shoulders draw down and away as gravity opens up my chest. Take a few breaths here. I'll gently pull the top of my head. My spine will roll vertebrae by vertebrae back onto the mat. I'll bring both knees into my chest and I'll round at the spine, giving myself a nice big hug. I'll release, setting up in that first pose that we began the day. Maybe you lift your hips and realign the spine. Before we offer ourselves this final resting pose, we scan our body for any tension that might be built up. Draw the shoulders down and away from our ears. Let them melt into the floor. We notice the tension between our eyebrows. And the tension that we're holding within our jaw. We give ourselves permission to release and relax. Notice the tension built within our glutes. As we take a deep inhale and a full exhale, we allow them to release and our toes fall to the side. Invite movement back into our bodies, gently wiggling our fingers and wiggling our toes. And keeping our eyes closed, we'll reach our arms above our head like we're just waking up. We stretch. We pull our knees into our chest. We roll over to our favorite side, using our bottom hand as a pillow. When you're ready, there's no rush at all. We'll use our hand to help push ourselves up and into a seated position. I hope you guys enjoyed today's class. Such a great way for us to start our day. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for coming.